What is the worst house for Jupiter in astrology? Jupiter is the master of universe, and no house can disturb the master. Let this be very clear. It is not Jupiter that is afflicted or disturbed by a certain house. It is the house that is disturbed. For marriage, sex is required. The art of love making is required. A satisfying sexual union is required. In the case of marriage or love relationships, along with love, sexual union is also required. And Jupiter in the seventh house makes the matters worse for marriage or, for instance, real sexual unions. Here, Jupiter brings a flavor of ideology, obsession towards having a virgin woman or man. Now, in this age, it is difficult to find a virgin man or a virgin woman to marry, somebody who is never touched. But Jupiter brings many unwanted moral expectations, leading to many problems in marriage or relationships. Here, Jupiter damages the house of seventh. The very nature of house seventh and seventh lord is physical or sexual union, and Jupiter just makes it a difficult deal when it comes to satisfying sexual desires. There was a man, and a woman was attracted to him. She liked him. She wanted to have deeper relation with him. But this man hesitated. When asked, he said, "Who knows if she is safe to have sex with?" So you see, man with Jupiter in the seventh makes matter worse. Jupiter here prevents you from having a smooth sexual union, raising many questions of morality, ethics, safety, trust, etc. Many men and women with this placement of seventh house Jupiter are found to be either marrying late or having a failed marriage but not divorced, because Jupiter in the seventh again creates an egoistic view of what the society will say if divorce takes place. So they remain quiet, unsatisfied in marriage and yet always smiling. Who wants trouble? So they keep smiling. That is the best way to hide the reality. Marriage, live-in relationship, or simply call it a sexual union, these all are critical to human existence. And so seventh house is extremely important when it comes to experiencing happiness. From all the 12 houses, if marriage fails, if sexual union is not happening, if sexual satisfaction is not derived from a relationship, then life certainly becomes an arid land, especially for the souls that are not much evolved. And so, to answer your question, there is no worst or bad house for the master, that is Lord Jupiter. But Jupiter makes the seventh house a difficult house to yield its natural results, which is marriage, sexual union. The same seventh house Jupiter, when placed in the first house, that is the ascendant, changes the whole scenario from negative to positive. So Jupiter in ascendant is far better than Jupiter in the seventh house. Let it be very clear that all those so-called celibates, monks and nuns who repress their sexual needs reach nowhere. And so you read so many sex scandals almost every day around these so-called fake celibates, monks and nuns. Sex is not to be condemned but respected. Sex is the source of our existence. And how can you condemn the source of your existence? Instead of condemning sex, understand sex. Understanding comes only through real experiences. Those experiences can be of this birth or last birth, but without sexual experiences, you cannot understand what sex is all about. And the day you understand sex, you would be able to overcome sex. And that would be your rebirth. That would be the day your true spiritual journey begins. When Jesus says to Nicodemus, and Nicodemus is a great scholar of Jerusalem, and he arrives on a dark night to seek the truth, to seek God, to seek true spirituality. Jesus says to Nicodemus, to seek the truth, to seek God, you have to reborn. To reborn means to drop all that you have been running for: ego, sex, power, money. And Nicodemus understands the message of the Master. He goes on to become one of the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. This is a real spiritual journey, not that comes through condemnation and ignorance, but one that comes through deep understanding and consciousness. Unless your sexuality rises and reaches to love, it is mundane. It has nothing sacred about it. When your sex becomes love, then it is entering into a totally different dimension. The dimension of the mysterious and the miraculous. Now it is becoming religious, sacred. It is no longer profane. Sex can be transcended and should be transcended, but transcendence has to be not against nature, but with nature, through nature. Accept your sexuality, it is a part of you. And a tremendously important part. You are born out of sex. Each cell of your body is a sex cell. Sex energy is your life energy. Respect it. It is a gift from God. Understand it. Be more and more meditative about it. But drop all prejudices. Drop all condemnations. Because when you carry a condemnation, you cannot understand a thing. Drop all judgments. Sex is sex. It is a pure natural energy. With great acceptance, love, respect, meditate over it. Go deeper and deeper into it to see what exactly it is. And in that very seeing, you will be going beyond it. Jupiter in 7th house exactly does the opposite. Here you become that typical moral inspector who will close his eyes, put hands on his ears as soon as the topic of sex comes up. And when you condemn or run away from a topic, you never get away with it. In fact, it goes deep into your being and remains a question that is never understood in reality. The moment a man of awareness realizes the futility of sex, he is on the greatest journey of his life. A great transformation, spiritual transformation awaits for him. But this happens only when you go through the experience of sex. Without experience, one cannot understand the futility of sex, and without understanding, one cannot become a true celibate. So, the answer to your question is It is not the house that affects Jupiter, it is Jupiter that affects the house in which he dwells. The king decides what to do with the house, not the house, and Jupiter is the king of kings. Enough for today. Meditate.